Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is Sunday, August 29th of 2021. Shout out to my friend Salah Tony. Happy birthday to you. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives to create a sustainable environment and a peaceful world. Today's topic, what do you want to be when you grow up? The question that never gets old, no matter how old we get. I realized at some point, and then not long ago actually, that I was still trying to figure out if I wanted to grow up, and I recognized maybe that was stopping me from being what I really wanted to be. Not that I've been a lot of things. I'm on my third career now, and it continues to evolve. But our world is changing so much. We know we're on a course of evolution, of an opportunity that is in front of us to elevate our consciousness into, what is that word? Evolve into an era of peace. And so we have an opportunity to recreate ourselves every day, really, because so much is shifting. And it's a good time, regardless, to look at where we are, what shifts we want to make, and realign with the inner spark and the inner passion, which I strongly believe is how Spirit speaks to us. The breath that is inside of us that gives us our life force and our consciousness is, in my perception, the breath of Spirit that is breathing through us and living through us. And we think that we are individuals with an opportunity to experience life through our own lenses, on our own, and there is some truth to that, but I really think that we are just one aspect of the many aspects of Source that has come to life here to live a grand expression of Source itself. We're just one piece of that in a grand body, in a grand motion picture, a grand reality show that is a living, breathing experience of Source itself. So today, I thought we could look at those questions, and I'll tell you where this came from. And then we'll get into our prayer and healing circle. Yesterday, a group of old classmates from my 6th grade class, when I went to a small Catholic school, kindergarten through 6th grade, and most of us in that class of about, 25 people or so, 25 students, all went through kindergarten to 6th grade together. And there were some that came and go and some came and went, and some that weren't there quite as long. But, we had an incredible core group. And yesterday, about 10 of us met together with our 6th grade teacher. And we set out to spend a few hours together and spent much more than that. We spent the full day together, and it was so much fun to reconnect. A lot of them went on to the same intermediate school and high school together. I went to a different school. And so a lot of them had seen each other in high school, college, but it was still catch-up time for them because it's been a lot of years. And for me, I hadn't seen most of them in 45 years. And so that's been an incredible experience. And it was so much fun because we sat around and talked about what influenced us, how we got to where we are, first off, where we are, how we got to where we are, and, and then some looks at what's next, because a lot of them were retiring or semi-retired, and just looking at, okay, where do we go from here? What's in the next phase of my life? What do I want to do with what's left? And, for a lot of us, we have less time left than we did, than has passed. And some of us, we just don't know. None of us really know how much we have left. But it's that question of, okay, if I did only have a short time left, what do I want to do with it? How do I want to spend my life? And the questions never expire. They never grow old. So we're going to take a look at that today. Do that inner exploration, see what breath of spirit is moving through us at this point in our lives, at this phase in our lives, and what is it asking us to open to in terms of what's next, and who is it that we're going to become as we move into this era of peace? What do we want to be, and what do we want to be remembered for? So let's go ahead and come into our prayer and healing circle, sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together in our circle as one. And together let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. Let's bring all of our senses and all of our energy body, and our heart center, our bellies, and everything, and our throat center too. Bring your throat center to face toward the center of our circle. Let's imagine, as we call on our source, we ask you to send your essence of your pure divine light. Let's imagine this pure divine light streaming into the center of our circle, and feel that vibration of pure divine light as it streams in. And allow all of your senses and all of the pores of your skin to face into that pure divine light. And let this pure divine light, with all of its strength, let it meet your eyes, let it meet your ears, let it meet your nose and your mouth and your throat. Let it meet all of your senses. And let it travel through your sensory organs and through your cranial nerves and into your brain and your central nervous system. Let that pure divine light travel through your electrical circuitry in your body. And let it penetrate through the pores of your skin into your peripheral nervous system, and let it again travel through your electrical circuitry all the way through your body, and let this pure divine light cleanse and purify any of the clutter, any of the things that are hanging out in your nervous system that are keeping you from living aligned with your center, with your core, and keeping you from living in peace. Let that come into your body and travel through your body, just cleansing and purifying, and release. Make the intention, if you will, to release any of the old, let's just say the old expectations that your nervous system may be hanging on to about what you can expect to see in this world. The nervous system holds on to those expectations that are a lot of times survival based. And if we want to survive, we need to be ready and prepared for whatever shoe may be dropping next, as they say. A lot of times the nervous system holds on to those pictures. So just let yourself kind of rest into your space and into your body, and acknowledge that you are in a safe space in this moment, and I hope that you are. And invite your nervous system. Your nervous system knows how to operate. If it needs to recall any of its reactions. It knows how to do it. But any of those that are just hanging out there just in case and on high alert, let's let them have a break and let those release from the body. And let this pure divine light just help them to release, help them to be cleansed from your neurological pathways. They don't need to be on high alert right now. You can let those go. And as you breathe, inhale in this pure divine light. And as you exhale, just release and blow out all of the ashes as this light is burning away any of the old patterning that doesn't need to be there. Inhale in this light and exhale, just blow away the ashes from the old patterning and old template that is being burnt up. And one more time, inhale in that pure divine light and exhale. Let it blow out the ashes, blow away the ashes from all of the old pictures and patterns that are being burnt up. And let yourself come to rest in your body. Just drop in, land in your hips. Let yourself come to rest. And again, together, let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of unconditional love. And just feel this vibration of this gentle rain of love and mercy as it streams into the center of our circle, filling all of this space, all of the space in front of you and around you with pure, unconditional love. And take a deep breath, and as you exhale, turn your heart center, that funnel of energy that extends from the front of your heart space, turn that to face into the center of the circle. And as you face into the center of the circle, your heart center faces in, let it be like a breathing portal, breathing in through your heart. If it helps you, you can put your hands over your heart center and focus your breath, the rising and the falling of your chest, into that space just beneath your hands. And let this funnel at the front of your chest be like a breathing portal. And inhale in this unconditional love. Let it inhale and fill your heart center with love. And as you exhale, just let your heart space release any of the clutter, any of the blocks and barriers from your heart center. I know I say this a lot, but it's a good reminder. The poet Rumi says, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. So any of those blocks, the barriers, the tension, the constriction in the heart center, just let this unconditional love come and surround all of that place as it moves through your heart. And for any of those constrictions that have just been waiting on this love to come and surround it so it could let go, just let them release and relax and open up the pathway of your heart to the flow of unconditional love. Breathing in this pure, unconditional love. And exhale, relax, release, and soften. Let your heart soften and open. And let this flow of unconditional love increase as it flows through your heart center. Let it increase with each breath. And let that funnel of energy at the front of your heart center, your heart funnel, let it tip up slightly and catch this stream of pure, divine light, unconditional love, and mercy. Let this just flow in through your heart center. Let it flow all the way in and through. And just let it fill the core of your body with this pure rain of divine light and unconditional love. With each breath, breathe it in deeper into your heart center. You can lean back in your body, like leaning back into your spine, and let yourself just hang out there in this vertical core, this flow of energy that runs through the top of your head and along the front of your spine and through your base. Just hang out there and like hanging out in a waterfall, a gentle, pure, clean, perfect temperature waterfall, streaming this pure divine light and unconditional love into your core and over you as you stand there and bathe and absorb it and take it in at the core of your body. Let yourself really take up the space in the core of your body as you receive this gentle flow and absorb it. Let it inform all of your cellular consciousness, all of your nervous system, all of your mental body and emotional body. So let it all be informed and infused with this pure divine light and unconditional love. Receive, 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 and land into your hips. And again, let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your eternal compassion, the compassion that is the ocean that we swim in, that contains all of existence, that is so much bigger than any of us and all of us. And feel this ocean of compassion as it surrounds you and holds you and contains you. And as it surrounds and holds and contains our entire virtual space. And it surrounds and holds and contains our entire planet. And it surrounds and holds and contains our entire universe. Everything within our time and space realm, within our material existence. And let's bring it back to you, surrounding and holding and containing you in the eternal compassion. And I call it eternal because it's beyond our time and space realm. Let it hold and contain you and support you. Breathing in this pure divine light, unconditional love, eternal compassion. Breathe it all the way into the core of your body, into your vertical core. And as you exhale, drop down and land into your hips. Just notice your energy. Is it contained within your body? Is it diffused out and around? Is it hiding behind you? Is it out in front of you? Where might it be? And to call to all of the parts of your energetic self and invite them to come into the core of your body. You can inhale and bring them in along with this pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion, drawing everything into the core of your body. And as you exhale, let yourself drop down and land into your pelvic bowl. And feel your belly. That you can feel that lower dantian, that center beneath your belly button. And that's a power center there. Just let your consciousness move into your body from there into the center, halfway front to back, halfway side to side. And feel that center of gravity within your body. It's your place of balance, your place of core strength. And as you inhale and draw your energy into the core of your body, and then exhale, let yourself drop down and really anchor into that center of gravity in your hips to be present and balanced in your body with your core self. And continuing to breathe in that pure divine light, unconditional love, the eternal compassion. And I tell you what, let's go one more before we ask that question. Is tune into your head space, that place where your thoughts tend to swim around. And just notice where your thoughts are swimming, what's happening up there. And bring your attention, your awareness, into a center focal point at the center of your head. So that where your third eye is, you go back into your head and down just a little bit. So it's about halfway front to back and halfway side to side. And focus your attention there. And just notice the energy there. You can imagine a pure light, a ball of light. It can start out as a marble and grow larger, whatever you sense. But visualize a ball of light in the center of your head. And tell you what, let's call on the guide, our source, the aspect of our source that is the guide. If you're using the sacred sound codes and divine names, it's Al-Hadi. Hadi. Call on the guide. And just let that energy of the guide stream through the crown center at the top of your head. And connect in with this center point of light in the center of your head where your focus is. Just feel that light streaming through the top of your head and meeting this ball of light at the center of your head, halfway front to back, halfway side to side. And just observe this light as it grows stronger and gets larger, as it may. And witness the energy and let yourself experience the energy that moves there. Just imagine yourself like the child who is seeing this for the first time. Like in our elementary school, being asked for the first time, "Who are you?" I don't know that I was ever asked, "Who are you?" as much as "What do you want to be?" Just let this ball of light strengthen and intensify as this light is streaming in through your crown into your headspace. And Just take a breath and let this light travel down your vertical core. Let it travel through your throat center. And let's take a minute with the throat center, just letting it travel through there. And let it cleanse and purify what's in your throat center. This is a place where our identity, much of our identity, how we identify ourselves in the world, can manifest through this throat center. So it's a good place to cleanse and purify with light, because a lot of things get formed that are compensations for what we perceive as lack when we're growing up, or what we perceive as missing. And in reality, we have everything that we need, so we do not lack, and therefore we do not need the compensations. Just let that light move through your throat center, releasing the compensations and releasing the perceptions, yes, the perceptions of lack. There's nothing lacking, nothing missing. You have everything that you need. You were created with everything that you need. It is within you. It is who you are. So let the misperceptions and the compensations release and allow you to land into who you are and what is. As this light streams through your throat center, and take a deep breath into that space and let yourself drop down further and land into your heart. Just feeling this pole of energy, the circuitry that comes in through the top of your head, into your head center, into your throat center, and into your heart center. And now imagine this ball of light pooling in your heart center. I know it helps me to vertically align myself. So to sit up or stand up and vertically align that stream of light from the head and like plugging in that pole, that electrical pole into the heart, and letting the heart electrify and intensify, letting this light at the center of the heart again cleanse and purify the heart. And just let's make a note, the role of the mind, the thoughts, the head center. The role of the mind is to be in service to the heart. So as we make this connection between head and heart, invite the head to be an observer and a witness of what is moving in the heart, so that the head can be in service to what moves in the heart. And as we hang out here in the heart center, the heart is where inspiration lives, which inspire is the breath of spirit. That's where the breath of spirit moves and lives. This is why true change can come when we've been touched emotionally in the heart. And when we take that emotions deeper into the body and into the layers of consciousness, it can guide us all the way into our core truth of our existence. It can really help us to know what's real for us, what's true for us, the passions at our core. So as your heart fills with this pure light, invite your mind to listen to what is moving in your heart and what is flowing. Allow it to flow. Allow yourself to hear, to see, to feel. Whatever way your spirit wants to speak with you, just be the witness and receive. Receive, receive, receive. Receive, receive, receive. And take a deep breath into your heart center. And as you exhale, envision that stream of light that's coming in through the top of your head, connecting to your head center, through your throat, into your heart center. Let's allow that to travel down even farther into your solar plexus center. This is the center where we want to control and make things happen. And again, this center is ideally in service to what's moving in the heart and also the creativity in the belly, which we're going to get to in a minute. So it's kind of a pathway, just like the throat is a pathway between the head and the heart. The solar plexus center is a pathway between the creativity center and the heart. So let's, again, any of those places that are maybe hypervigilant in the control department, let's let those be cleansed and purified, and always with all of the parts of ourselves that are ready to release, we thank them for their service. They're only there as a service to us and a protection for us. And sometimes we have stuff that doesn't belong to us at all, that belongs to other people or past generations, that doesn't apply to the current time and space. And we can just let those go. And everything serves in some way. So anything that's ready to release, can thank it for its service. You can let it know that its time is come to completion and it's free to go. And let this light energy, again, visualize it in your solar plexus area. And that's just beneath the rib cage in the center of your body. And it's a big bundle of nerves there as well. So let this pure divine light and unconditional love surround that bundle of nerves. Hold them and support them. A lot of vital functionings and vital information flowing through this space. Let that ball of light bring cleansing energy and healing energy into the solar plexus space. And as this light energy comes through the top of your head, through your head center, through your throat center, through your heart center, through your solar plexus center, let it drop down further into your belly space, your creativity center, and let it stream down. And for the women, this is your womb space, center of creativity, a source of incredible power. Let this light come in and stream into your belly there, or into your womb space. And let it, again, let this rod of energy plug in to your sacral center, your creativity center. And just visualize, if you can, that flow of electricity that flows through the top of your head, all the way through your core vertically, down into your creativity center. And I want to invite you, if your hips want to move, you want to give some gentle rocking motion or circles, hip circles, or bouncing, or whatever's going to help you there. So let this energy come through, all the way through you and down into your belly. And again, let your mind be the witness, the observer, learning like it's learning for the first time as your being comes into alignment, head in service to the heart, creativity center, which creativity is expressed through the heart. And breathe into your belly. You can put your hands over your belly. You can put one hand over your belly and one hand over your heart. Just let your energy centers breathe together as this light streams in through your crown and moves all the way through your vertical core. This is aligning you with the guidance of your source and the breath of your spirit that resides at your core. This is also awakening the core of your being to align with the pure divine light and unconditional love. And inhale in, and as you exhale, really drop down and land into your hips, and let this energy come all the way through your base and flow into the earth. And relax your base as best you can. You can take some breaths into your pelvic floor, into your base. And as much as you can, relax that space. One of the tricks for relaxing the base, we carry a lot of tension in our base and a lot of tension in our jaws. So if you touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth behind your teeth, and as you do, just let the jaw and the base of the tongue, just let them fall and let them relax completely. And as they do, you can let that fall, let that relaxation fall all the way through your vertical core, all the way down your spine, all the way into your sacrum and your hips, and all the way to your pelvic floor. And let this pure light stream all the way through, connecting head, heart, and belly, connecting crown and base, and aligning you with core light. And now I'm going to call on the divine names of manifestation, the aspects of our Creator that are about manifestation. The first one is alcoholic. Alcoholic. And this is where creation comes into imagination or thought form. So just imagine as the Creator is thinking about a creation. First thing is coming into a thought form, into imagination. So as your mind witnesses your heart, allow yourself to begin to just, feel into and imagine, what is your heart calling you toward next, or at this time in your life? It can be now, it can be next. The question, what do you want to be when you grow up? If you choose to grow up, And if not, that's fine too. But what do you want to be? And let that come through. Let that speak directly into your heart. Speaking that question directly into your heart center. What do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be in the next phase of your life? Who do you want to be as we move into an era of peace and unconditional love? What are you being called to be? And let the inspiration well up from your heart. And I'm kind of backtracking there a little bit, but let yourself feel it in your heart. And it may also come first into imagination. I think everybody's a little bit different. I think for me, things come through the heart, but I know for a lot of people, they come through the imagination, and either one is fine. But eventually, it does need to go into imagination. So let the inspiration, if that's where yours comes from, let it fill the mind with the imagination. And again, let the mind be the witness and receive. And the divine name, again, alcoholic, and it's that KH, the K in the back of the throat sound, ALIQ, alcoholic. And alcoholic is the shaper of destiny, the idea of each uniqueness, as well as the freedom that comes through living it fully through each breath. That's the definition of this name. So let the shaper of destiny, alcoholic, the aspect of the divine that is the shaper of destiny, let that inspiration, let that alcoholic breathe that inspiration into your heart and fill your mind with the imagination. And let yourself get a good visual of what this will look like in your life, how it will play out. As you feel it through your heart and let the visual come into your mind space. And let this, as it's, let your body as best you can stay really relaxed. So this, whatever is moving through, can move through the vertical core, all the way through that core of light that runs all the way through your body. And let that picture begin to form and start to feel the energy of it, the vibration of it, the frequency of it. And the next aspect of the divine that we call on is Al-Bari, B as in boy, A-R-I, Bari. And Al-Bari is what moves it into energy, vibration, frequency form. Let it begin to come into like a fluid movement that is taking form and shape in front of you. And actually let it come on down within you if you can. So it's not separate from you. It's coming from the thoughts in your head into the energy vibration within your body. And let it just drop down into your vertical core, coming into form. All of the template of who you are being, who you are becoming, what you are going to do. Let the vibration of it come into your body and template your consciousness with this information. We are all energy, and as vibrational beings, communication comes through energy and through vibration, shift in frequency, shift in quality. And let that vibration, let it come into vibration, let it come down through your throat and into your heart. And let your heart really take in the knowing of this existence, the inspiration that moves through your heart is coming into existence in your body and in your consciousness. And just know that anything that plays out outside of you is a reflection of what's in your consciousness. So let this template and trust on your source, that the source has the wisdom to know how to template your conscious body with this information. Let it come all the way into your heart. Al-Bari is the quality of that uniqueness that through the journey of perfection will bring harmony in and through that unique creation as it pulsates and radiates both within you and without. So Al-Khaliq, the shaper of destiny, Al-Bari is the creator, the quality of that uniqueness that through the journey of perfection will bring harmony in and through that unique creation as it pulsates and radiates both within you and without. So let it come in and pulsate and radiate throughout your consciousness, through the core of your body. Bringing things through perfection, through the divine perfection, into harmony within you. And a deep breath, and we call now on Al-Musawwir, which is the manifestation of form. So we went from thought form into energy, vibration, frequency, and this is moving into the actual physical or the actuality in whatever form on the 3D earth realm where we live now. Al-Musawwir, we call on that to bring it into concrete existence. And again, let this continue to move through your body. Let it come into the grounding place, into your hips and into your belly. Al-Musawwir is the quality holding the manifestation of form, not necessarily the form itself, but the eternal flow and movement of Al-Khaliq, the shaper of destiny, and Al-Bari, the creator, that leads to the actual manifestation. This is a focusing of sorts that leads to the goal of freedom that only comes through embodying Al-Khaliq and Al-Bari. So let this come all the way into your belly, into your hips, into your creativity center, and grounding through your pelvic floor, bringing it into physical existence. Al-Khaliq, the thought form, Al-Bari, the energy form, Al-Musawwir, coming into actuality. Let that move through your body. And then the next divine name that we call on the aspect of the divine or creator is Al-Qadir. Al-Qadir. That's spelled with a Q, Q-A-D-I-R, Al-Qadir. That's the transliteration. And this is what ignites it into action and gives it impact by divine power. Al-Qadir is the one who is capable of everything, the powerful, the one that manifests unlimited capacity and power, the one through which all things in the universe are connected. We use this quality to open your own capacities and the certainty that all things are possible. And we call on Al-Qadir, the one who is capable, the powerful, manifesting unlimited capacity and power through the divine power. And let this ignite this manifestation through your body to give it life force and ignite it into action. Let it take hold, let it ground into your body. And now this has been a relatively short time to do this alignment and manifestation and really bringing it in and ground. It will continue to move through you if you allow it, and continue to shift and integrate what has been ignited within you. And so I'll invite you, after we finish this call, not yet, but after we finish this call, I'll invite you to share, of course, anything that you want to share, that you want to declare publicly on our call after we stop the recording. And also, I'll invite you to write down and journal about whatever has come through in terms of inspiration or imagination or the grounding in, any visualization. I'll invite you to write that down, and writing it down helps us to further integrate it into the consciousness so that our eyes can see it and take that information into our brains and central nervous system, and we can really start to integrate it on all the levels of our consciousness. This is a very inner level. We've gone from core light and heart center, head center, belly creativity center, grounding it in, bringing it from letting it create the imagination form, from the imagination form into energy form, from energy form into actuality, from actuality into ignition through the divine power. It's a very powerful process, and it will likely continue for you over a period of time. But write it down and continue to journal, and then watch for signs as things begin to show up that you've written down about what you experienced today. So I'll invite you to do that. And I'm feeling inspired to offer another manifestation course as we move into our final quarter of the year and prepare for our 2022. And we are moving more and more and more into the era of peace. We are morphing at a rapid pace. So I'll put out an email about that. Let's do a course. Let's do a manifestation course and go through this at a slower pace. All right, I've just committed to that. So watch for the email on it. All right. And we'll do that this third quarter. And for now, I invite you, we'll open up for the Q&A. I'm going to end the recording. If you are listening to the recording, you're welcome to join us live on Sundays at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. Find the information for joining our calls at joyfullylivingwellness.com, joyfullylivingwellness.com. While you're there, pick up your copy of the 10 Spiritual Principles of Our Human Existence. It's a one sheet with a reminder of who you are, what we are, why we're here. It's a very simple reminder. And it comes also with a 15-minute guided meditation you can download and use as a part of your daily practice to help you stay aligned and connected and igniting within you the divine light, the unconditional love, and the eternal compassion so that you can stay aligned with that inner spark and follow the guidance of your own inner passion, the inspiration of Source within you. All right, with that, I end the recording and open for the Q&A. Thank you very much. And I'll say one more time, if you do need support and want to connect with me, by all means, go to my website. There is joyfullylivingwellness.com. There's a place there where you can schedule a free breakthrough session, set up a time for us to talk, and I'll be happy to support you. We'll see if we're a fit to work together long term, but or over whatever period is needed. But I'll be honored to support you in whatever is next for you. All right, with that, I end the recording, and thank you very much.